Not bad. Well, greetings and welcome to another episode of Preston's Monthly Reviews. And today we are taking a look at May. Hopefully this episode will be a bit shorter than usual ones, as this month has been kind of a bit busy for me, but we'll go through that in a second. So let's get started. Okay, so welcome back. So today we're going to have a look at the monthly review. So what we're going to go through first is a big thank you for the over 120,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that this is happening. So thank you so much for everybody for subscribing to the channel. It's very, very kind of you, very appreciated. So keep it going, keep it real, and hopefully the channel will grow into something really special. So thank you so much everybody for sticking with me and being here for this long, new and old. So this month we're going to take a look at this month's channel video content. So as you probably would have noticed, it's been game focused, and this is because real life for me in May has been quite busy. I've had a few challenging personal things in my life that's occurred. Don't worry, everything's fine, it's okay, but it's taken up a lot of my time, and therefore haven't had the opportunity to really finish off a conspiracy video and a history video. And the history video was actually going to be due out in May, but unfortunately due to these personal real life issues I've had to deal with, unfortunately I've not quite finished it yet, but having a bit of time to play some video games has been possible, so I've made a few more game content videos out there. So hopefully in June at some point there will be a history video will be released for you guys to enjoy, so stick around for that, so fingers crossed. So we've got another thing, a poll coming up as well, so if I want you guys to check out the poll coming out the 1st of June, so check that out as well. So that's going to be an interesting question. Involves AI. I want your opinion on AI. Now I really enjoy AI. I think AI is really useful. I use it for picture creation and video creation. I've made a few little videos that I'm going to introduce to the channel that are quite easy to do, quite simple to do, but with a bit of engineering of the prompts and a bit of information fed into it, it came out actually with some really, really cool videos. So I'm really looking forward to introducing to you a new series called Preston's AI Explainers, which simply is prompts put in, some information put into an AI generator, and I use InVideo AI, which I think is really, really good. And it's not perfect by any means, but essentially it gave me literally narrowing down the time required to make an explaining video about any particular subjects. You could put anything in there, so I think that's really, really useful. So check it out when you see that and let me know, give me some feedback. And when the poll comes out, I think it's 9 AM UK time. If it's already out then obviously check it out. Leave some feedback, leave what you think about AI. Does AI negatively impact our society or our market or content creation in general, artists, or is it an asset? Is it positive? Does it make people like me, who's got a lot of creativity up here but can't express it here by drawing? I just can't draw to save my life. So is it something that I benefit from massively by having some of the creations that go on in my head can be made into reality? So okay, so time for tips and tricks, or hints and tips, shall I say. So the tips I've learned are a little bit limited, I suppose, this month. I've not actually, in terms of the mechanics behind YouTube, I haven't got much to share, but I've got a couple of things I do want to share with you. I subscribe to a lot of channels, and obviously, as you can see, I've already stated I am in my bedroom at the moment, so backgrounds are actually really important for a YouTube channel. I think it gives a good indication of the character, a bit about the person that you're dealing with. And after watching several channels from professionals with studios and people that are in their bedrooms like me, you get to see a lot in the background. And as you can see at this moment in time, my head is actually conveniently positioned to cover a certain individual behind me. Although it's not complete, as you can see, there are elements of her you can sort of see. I've tried to cover most of it because a comment was made that although it's she's covered all in the right places, there's nothing explicit being shown, and I can assure that, because if you type in Felicia of Darkstalkers or Night Warriors, you'll see that there are portions of her body that are covered, but obviously there's not a lot else. Sometimes YouTube can take a bit of a disdain to that, and obviously complaints can be raised about certain explicit material, and that's something you don't want. But despite the fact is that they may be covered all in the right places, and I even had next to her to your screen that way. Sorry, I had Morrigan of Darkstalkers as well in the same scenario, pretty nude, but you know, everything was covered in appropriate places. It can be something to think about, you know, when you put to the viewers. Now this is why I'm sat here, because I don't really want to take the poster down, but I've got nowhere else to put it, to be fair, so my head is conveniently positioned, so most of it is obscured. But that's not all about your backgrounds. Obviously there's things in the background, as you can see here. I've got a few Morrigans there, you can see she's stood there, and I've got Ed 209 from Robocop, I've got an SAS Soldier, there's a few, and that Lamborghini aftershave I've got as well, the car I wish I'd own. But essentially the backgrounds are quite important. They do represent a little bit about you. So if you've got the opportunity, if you're going to have a camera and you're going to start talking like I am, then it's important that you make sure at least it's tidy. Your background's tidy, there's nothing embarrassing or nothing that's people are going to judge, because people do judge, and you want to make sure that at least your background is tidy and is sort of organised. Okay, something about being a content creator, that's something I was commented on it not too long ago, about being positive. I will leave the name of the individual that commented on my channel on the last month's video about me being positive. Thank you so much for that comment, my friend. It was really kind of you. I do try and have a positive vibe. I try and give good energy to you guys out there. I think being positive online is really important as a content creator, not just on YouTube, but just in general. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, Facebook, even on the news, for example, to be positive and have somebody who is a little upbeat and someone who is giving good vibes out there, they're watchable, they're more relatable. Somebody who's negative or depressing or sad, or you know, all these negative traits, not many people are going to watch. That's my perspective. That's how I view sort of things when I view people online. If someone is not going crazy, not someone to like bouncing off the wall sort of scenario, but someone who is like, you know, enthusiastic and is positive about what they're doing, then it leads me to be more interested in what they've got to say. So if you're going to make content, if you're going to try and make content, my advice: be positive. At least be positive. At least be neutral at the very least. Don't start being a bit more depressing and sad, because I don't think many people would want to see anybody upset. In addition to being a content creator on YouTube, of course, or anything that you do content creation, when you mention other people, like we've got a few community shout outs coming, so during the community shout outs I will give a mention. So it's important that you give people that mention, because they will pick it up on their YouTube as well if they've got one and are active on it, as it's a bit of sign of respect. If you're going to start mentioning names, you're going to start talking about other channels, other people. Most professional channels, and I imagine you guys out there, if you've got channels too, would actually do this, but for those of you who are new, those of you who don't know, give them a mention. So we all put a @ symbol, which I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's @ for example, Megaverse of Preston. So when you give a shout out at Megaverse of Preston on your description, it will flag me and my channel, and I'll get a mention on my channel's hub. I'll have a little mention category, and it will say the person who's mentioned me, and that's really cool, that's really nice. So it's a bit of a respect thing, so at least you let the other person know that you've spoken about them. Because what we don't want to happen is that if somebody says negative things about me, for example, like let's say they don't like what I do, don't like the way I look, or some sort of negative aspect about me they want to share, I would appreciate if, even if they were to do that, it was to be a mention. At least I would know, well, at least they are talking about me, and I can at least interact with them a little bit, rather than just someone berate me and I have no idea. Okay, so I may have mentioned this last time, but it was brought up discussion with other content creators about video content. I wanted to share you a hints and tips. Is that many people, I think I did say this last time, but I'll just go through it quickly again, is when you watch a video, quite commonly you'll have your phone right in your hand, and your friend will be next to you, and you'll say, this video I watched the other day was really cool, here, why don't you have a look? So you'll get your phone, you'll type it in, you'll go, okay, Megaverse of Preston, I don't know, let's say the Star Wars AI one I done, that's really cool. You'll watch 10 seconds of it, and boom, you'll click the phone, and you'll say, okay, I'll be on my watch later list, and I'll give it a shot later on. Everybody does this, it's quite common, but what you don't realise is that if a video is, like say, 10 minutes long and you watch a minute, you've only watched 10%, and YouTube really does watch how much of a video that you do watch and observe, and it has what's called the average view duration, AVDs, and AVD actually is really critical. If a video has, like I say, and out of 10 minutes, only a minute or two average view duration, then it's not likely to continue to promote that video onto YouTube, which can actually damage you as the content creator. So I understand a lot of people who have lives were really busy people, so you're not necessarily going to want to sit there and have an hour video and go, oh, I have to watch this entire hour. But if you can watch most of it, if there is an hour long episode, if you can, not just for me, just in content creators in general, what happens is that YouTube recognises that video as a video that is popular, is well viewed, and it will keep promoting it out to others, the audience, and it might reach somebody that really wants to see it and really enjoys it. So if you're going to watch a video, again, it's just my advice, my tip to help me and help other content creators. If you're going to watch a video, try and at least watch 50%, if you can, at least 50%. If you can watch it all or most of it, fantastic, but if you can watch 50% at least, I think that's a great move forward to helping most content creators actually go forward. And this brings me on to my next point about likes. Now, liking a video takes seconds. You know, I've had a few videos that I've made, and I've got quite a lot of views, and the likes are very disproportionate. Now, I don't expect everyone to like my video. You know, when you like a video, you're expressing that good job. You know, you've done good, I like it, it's great. And obviously a dislike is something you've disliked about it, or you just think it was rubbish in general, but we'll go to the dislikes in a second. But either all of them is attention to the video, which is great, which is nice. But you'll find that, again, YouTube looks at the likes and will actually add it to sort of the algorithm of promoting it forward. So if a video has 100 views and 90 likes, then it's likely that YouTube's going to look at it and go, well, this video is well liked and well received, the algorithm should push it forward. If it only gets 5 likes out of 100, then, and let's say 20% AVD, or let's say 10-minute video, only 2 minutes, then YouTube's going to look at it and go, yeah, this is not very good, I'm not going to bother pushing this out anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, that isn't to say that, you know, if a video you generally dislike, or, you know, was actually badly made. I mean, like this video, for example, you may think is badly made. I mean, the like could be bad, there could be all sorts of elements to it. You know, you downvote it, you don't like it for that reason. But if videos are generally made in good quality and nice, and you like this video, you think it's okay, then drop it a like. It takes seconds. It actually helps out more than you realise. Even if the video is okay, you know, just go and click as a like, I think really matters to content creators like me and many others out there as well. When it comes to the downvoting, it's fine. If you don't like a video, there's no hard feelings. You know, I mean, I think a lot of content creators get very upset or some hostile about getting downvotes. They think, well, you know, it is people, the viewers, expressing a dislike for a video. What doesn't help is when a downvote comes along, is we don't know what it is you don't like about the video. So I know it takes time for you to put a comment on it and tell us what you don't like, and simply saying, yo mate, your video's rubbish, you sound like you're chewing meat while you're talking. You know, it's not very constructive. But if, for example, like this video I'm doing today, let's say you said you put a downvote on the video and you said, oh, I can't see you properly, the lighting's not very good. That helps me. That helps me more than you realise, because I bumped the mic there, I'm sorry. It helps me more than you realise, because then I get to then look around and go, well, I need to make more of an effort to adjust the lighting. Now, my lighting in my room is not great, I accept that, but I would do the best that I can. But if people are expressing a particular subject about my videos that is bad, for another example, I'm playing Battlefield and my voice is too loud, it's too quiet, because, you know, we balance these things all the time, and it's really important that, you know, if you're going to give a downvote or dislike, then we get a little bit of feedback. Just keep it simple, keep it polite, and just say, this is what I don't like about it, and we can improve in future. And obviously the views. Well, I think it's more than 10 seconds when a person watches a video, it counts as a view. I probably need to double check that, but I think I was told it was 10 seconds, that once a person watches 10 seconds or more, it counts as a view. So what else have I got to share, hints and tips today? Well, really, that's really about it. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think about the AI. I'm really looking forward to that. And I've also covered previously about hashtags, channel descriptions, thumbnails. Keep your thumbnails clean and bright and beautiful. I won't go over those again. I've covered those a couple of times in previous videos already. So if you want to learn more about hashtags, descriptions, and video thumbnails for your videos, check out the previous episodes. I go through a little bit more detail about them, so make sure you check them out, and yeah, drop me a like and see what you think, or leave me a comment as well. These videos I do are good for me, and also I like to help you guys. I want to share knowledge with you guys. I want to give you guys information, and always come back if you know something better than I do. If I'm not quite accurate in what I'm telling you, come back to me. Let me know. Leave a comment, and if this video does actually help you, drop me a like. It's really appreciated. So we're going to go to community shoutouts. So community shoutouts, I think, are really important. I've had some really good feedback on community shoutouts, and I think I've had people do it for me as well. And Vincent, this chap Vincent Langevin, I think his name is. I can never get this guy's name fully correct, but he gave me a shout out earlier on in May, and I think, dude, thank you so much. So this guy's really cool. I gave him a shout out last time. He's really, really cool. So dude, you're a legend. But these shout outs today, I want to give out 3 channels. A couple of them, in fact 3 of them I have mentioned before, I think, but I didn't do a very good job, so we're going to do them again. So first one is What the Fantastic. What the Factastic. Now, I love this channel. Now, I know this guy personally in real life, and he's a good friend of mine, and he uses AI quite a bit, considerably, throughout his video making, and very good. I personally think his channel is really, really good. It's really well made. Of course, AI is not perfect. You can spot a few errors a couple of times in 1 or 2 of the videos. I've noticed there's a couple, but in general, they're really well made. And he goes through different facts and different misinformation about, let's say, Canada. He talks about Canada, or sort of like unknown mysteries, and there's all these sorts of things he comes out with. And they're only about 8 minutes long. They're about 8 minutes long. I think the longest one's 10 minutes. Literally, they are lunch break material. So if you want a bit of entertainment and just to watch something quickly, then What the Fantastic is the place to go. So check him out. He's got several thousand subscribers. He's a clever guy, and he really works hard. So make sure you go and check him out and drop him a like on his stuff. Tracy TV, or Crime with Tracy TV. This woman's fantastic. Like, this lady is fantastic. I haven't watched any recent stuff for the last few weeks because I've had a lot to do this month. I've been really distracted, but every time I get an opportunity, I always put one of my videos on. It's like a crime videos, and literally it's the crime cases all across the world, mostly in America, but there's a few elsewhere videos she does. They're really good. They're like the documentary style series where you got the FBI files and all this sort of stuff, where they go through real life cases. These are all real. Some of the crimes out there are really tragic and really, really bad, and she covers them all on her channel, and she deserves all the love in the world, because I love watching these videos, and I communicate with her quite regularly. She follows my channel, she follows me, she leaves comments all the time on my videos, and I think she deserves a lot of love. So whoever watches this video, guys, if you watch it, Crime with Tracy TV, it literally is. The backdrop I'll leave on the screen, of course, is a big eye. It's what, if you like police crime, you like police catching the bad guys, if you like real life stuff, then go and check her out. It's well worth it. Big up to you, Tracy. This next channel I've mentioned before is Destructo Hacker. I made a small mistake with this young man when he was about voting for a particular individual. He actually replied to that video and said it wasn't actually any sort of official governmental election at all, because I never heard of this individual's name, and I don't keep up with American politics that well, but the big names that we know exist, and that, but this wasn't one of them. He actually educated me and said, oh, it's for my class president. And I was like, makes sense, because obviously in the UK we don't have such things. Obviously in America it's a bit different, and he was going that way, but so, dude, I'm really sorry, bro. I just didn't realise it, but this guy's got a lot of talent. He's really passionate about his channel. He's got a lot of passion behind it. I think this guy could go places. I think if he just keeps practicing, keeps learning, keeps making quality content, keeps it strict, keeps by the rules. Don't forget, YouTube's got a lot of rules. Make sure you understand some of the basics of those rules. You can familiarise yourself with the guidelines, at least on a basic level. That way you'll go far, because you don't want to start doing stuff that breaks these sort of guidelines, because the day you go further and you become monetized, then obviously you could lose out. So these guys here are obviously fantastic. These 3 channels are fantastic, and I'm going to chuck in another channel that I affiliate with quite strongly with, and I know this guy personally as well. I did I did the Scottish Survival Adventures with him. His Shadows uploads. I think I've done him before already as well, but this guy deserves another shout out. He's got several thousand subscribers already as well. He's pushing hard, and he makes some really good videos. And he's a very outdoorsy, a very survival experienced chap. And I've done a video come out on Daisy Standalone, which I released a couple of weeks ago, or I believe it was a couple of weeks or a week ago. About on his server, Livonia, the Enhanced Livonia server. This guy puts in a phenomenal effort to make the server such a unique and special place to be. I cannot express to you how cool his server really is, how custom it is. Now, like Daisy, I mean, I've played Daisy for years. I've played Daisy since Arma 2, and that was the mod, just the mod. And I had my own server, and I had my own system going on there. So I'm familiar with modding, not as much as he is, but I'm basically familiar with modding. And there's a few guys, if you're watching this, recognise me as Preston. You probably recognise that I did a server on, I was like, Chorlerus. I think the map was cool. We had Devil's Castle, a big base on Devil's Castle, and all that brilliant stuff. But Shadow's uploads, Shadow himself does a really good job, and I think he deserves to go check his out. If you love Daisy and stuff like this, amongst other few games he plays some other games too, but Daisy's his baby, Daisy's his favourite. Go check him out. He would appreciate some support, and appreciate some watch time, and appreciate some likes, and all the things that make us content creators smile and be happy and love what we do. Also, before I do forget, I just wanted to jump in quickly right now is, if you want me to help you guys out or advertise your channel or the community shoutouts, contact me for any information I can share with you guys, then please let me know. These sorts of videos that I make that are my monthly shoutouts are designed here to try and help the community and try and connect with the community and network, as well as share what information I know to try and help everybody out, as well as the consumers, as like audiences, as well as content creators. So what I always want to say is that I think I did mention this historically before, but if you want to come on to videos like this and advertise your channel, try and get other subscribers, try and build a community, I am more than happy for you guys to do that. And if you want me to give you a shout out, if you want me to advertise your channel a little bit like I have done with these other channels, I am more than happy to do so. All I ever ask is come down, watch the videos, like, comment, all the things that content creators want you guys to do. And all of the people that interact with my channel the most, I always will pay that time back and always give you guys the credit and always give you guys a shout out for your channels. I do my best to watch as many videos as I can from an abundance of different channels, as I am subscribed to, I don't know, probably hundreds of different channels, because I want to support as many channels as I can. Sometimes I can't get round to every channel, but I do what I can to get round to as many people as I can randomly on my phone while I'm chilling out. I will watch a quick video of somebody's, even if it's a few minutes, you know what I mean, to try and watch a video, try and leave a comment and a like to try and give a bit of morale boost to help people out and enjoy what you guys do, because some of the stuff you guys do as well is good stuff. It's really good. But you know, as larger channels grow, I do like to think that as the larger channels are obviously larger, we take a bit of responsibility and we help the smaller channels grow. So I'm more than happy to do that. So use these sorts of videos as a space where you can come along and advertise your channels. As long as you keep it clean, keep truthful and no spamming, etc. As long as you can come down, you can leave your channel's link. You can, new subscribers come here, for example, your channel's on my video. Absolutely fine. You can do that. You've got my permission to do that. Don't worry about it. Keep it to these sort of videos. I don't really want my gaming videos. They're there for games like Starfield or Warhammer Dark Tide. If the comments on that is probably more the game related content, but these sorts of videos that I do, you're more than welcome. So just come down, communicate. I'll always do my best to leave replies to people. I will always do my best to reply to every comment that I get. Sometimes it's not always instant, sometimes it can be up to a day late. Sometimes obviously I have a full-time job, I have a family, I do have other things outside that I do besides this, and I enjoy what I do here. But by all means, come down, interact with me, talk to me. I'm more than happy, and we'll see what I can do to help you guys, and hopefully as a community, as together, we can make it work. Also, I want your feedback. I want something for you guys about streaming. I said I haven't done any streaming yet. I don't know if you've noticed. I ironically came into a conversation with a couple of chaps from playing Warhammer 40,000 Dark Tide, and they subscribed to my channel, and I got chatting to them. And one of the things they said to me is, "Oh, you've got no live streams yet, or live videos?" And I said, "No, not yet." And I have thought about it. I have thought about going live a few times. I'm just curious of I was going to add it to my poll. I was going to put it as one of my monthly polls. So I might do next month. But at the moment I did AI question for my monthly poll. But while I'm here, I just want to try and get this video to run about half an hour. I just want to ask you guys what you think about going live. Is it really important for a channel to go live? And a couple of times I thought I could play some Warhammer Dark Tide. That's quite a fun game to play. It's quite fast paced. It's quite action packed. Should I go live? Should I go live? And going live is important to have a camera facing my face. Now, a couple of videos that I did see, I don't remember this guy's name, but it was really funny. He would play horror games. I think horror games are, I think you need to have a camera because it's just funny. You'll probably know who I'm on about. He's got a bandana around his head and a beard, and he sits there and he plays all these horror games. And I've watched him a few times on Facebook and Instagram. I think mostly Facebook. It comes up with a little clip of what he's doing. And he's like screaming at the camera as he's playing this game, and it frightens him and makes him jump scares. And I've got some of the games that he actually has played because I looked on Steam when they were available, and they're only a few pounds, not particularly expensive. And I thought this is the sort of game to record would be quite fun, but it's also the sort of game that live streaming I think would benefit from really, really well. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think this is something I could invest in a little bit and actually choose to do to give more entertainment? You know, if you want to see me, jump up my chair and lose any more of my hair, not that I've got much left anyway. Is it something you've been interested in? I'd be really interested in that. So that is something to look at. So let me know. Let me know. See what you think. So let me know. See what you think. So playing live stream horror games. I mean, I love horror games. I used to play Resident Evil, Silent Hill. I'm trying to think what other games I've played that are horror games, but essentially, they're the big horror games that I played many years ago. So, if you think that's worth streaming, then let me know. Or streaming in general. What do you think the games are streaming in general? The only thing I can't do with streaming, obviously, is edit them. I think you can edit them afterwards and re-upload them as another video, but obviously, like now, for example, I think there's going to probably be a few alterations, but this is all pre-recorded. This is not live. I could do it live, and I've thought about doing a monthly review live. And again, these are all things I want you guys, if you made it this far, again, I really appreciate it. But these are all sorts of things that help me as a content creator, helps every content creator, because what I learn from you guys, I'll pass on to others. I'll say, I did a poll, or I spoke to people, left comments, and they enjoy these sorts of things. Then maybe you should go and do the same, because if I get the positive feedback from it, then it must be good, and it must be beneficial for everybody else. So let me know what kind of streaming games do you like? Do you want me to stream, or is there other things you want me to stream? And we can experiment with it. We can go with it. So, guys, I really appreciate you making it this far. I say we're on 25 minutes. I did have something else I wanted to mention, but it's just gone. Really gone. But yeah, I appreciate everything. Your time, you being here, and this monthly review is short but sweet. But it's been fun. It's been fun. I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy doing this, talking to you guys. I enjoy it. I like to sit here and I could talk about anything really. I've got loads of things just to generally chat about. Excuse me. I'll have a swig of my tea, so bear with me. Ignore what's on the mug. It's probably not true. But I enjoy what I do, and I think that's really important as a content creator, is to enjoy what you do. I like doing things like this. I like spreading good wellness and goodness, and these videos were designed to really promote good vibes, but also truths, and not really, cause any damage to anybody, but to be the truth and give good vibes. When we have these sort of discussions, I'd like to sit here and have discussions with people, and I'm happy to talk, and live streams that people can tune into the channel and have a conversation with me. Is that something else you would like to talk about and would like to have available that I'd be happy to do? So there are more sort of things that we could go through and the channel can evolve to. I just need some feedback and see what you guys think. But I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really hope you've enjoyed this monthly review. I will be back with more in July, and I will do my best to get other content video out there. For an example, the world histories that I want to finish. So appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here. Peace and love.